Hello, Crystal. Got your workup right here. And I think that you've done very well. I really do. I know that you kind of got a slow start on this, and I'm really pleased with where you're at. The written rationale is really good. Um, and the fact that you set this up in a presentation in the four phases, fantastic. Everything is organized just beautifully, and I think that you've infused enough images to give the intent behind the logo. And that's really a significant achievement. It really is. So great job there. The one thing I noticed over here in phase three, I don't see your pictograms. And that's the one thing I think that's going to hurt you on this final presentation, Crystal, is that we're just not seeing any pictograms. And I take that back. You show one right there. But that's it. So that's kind of a problem. This is really good that you fixed all this. Now your branding, at least now, is cohesive and consistent. And that's really important in a brand manual, of course. So good job there. My concern with the whole thing is the presentation. And that's why I keep on going up and down this page. I think the presentation is not as strong as it could be. 8.5 by 11, I presume. Yes, 8.5 by 11 is not always the most interesting page size. I mean, you've got any page size you could possibly create here in InDesign. So I'm thinking, geez, why 8.5 by 11? Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, and then this, I think, is an issue right here. Your left margin is actually, it's past a third of the page. If not right near a third of the page. And not only does it really encroaches on the center line of the page, leaving that huge white space, but it's also inconsistent throughout the presentation. Watch my cursor. This is kind of why you see me going like this constantly. I'm actually measuring stuff. Watch my cursor here. I'm going to leave it right there. And we can see, okay, now watch that left margin. Boom. See it changes? Boom. There it changes again. So there's some real inconsistencies with the presentation. If we go to generally where the right margin is, and let's say it's right about there, your right margin seems to be pretty consistent, except for areas like this where you're just really, really gone, indented too far from the margin. Okay, so, and then I think this is problematic. The color of the type is problematic. It's really making it difficult to read. At least you have a sans serif typeface. That's good, and you have some nice wide lettering, so that helps. But it's really super difficult to read. The last thing I want to mention is let me see it. Let me look at my notes real quick. Here we are. The last thing I wanted to mention is this right here. Your references. Now you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 references, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even have to continue counting because the number of images far exceeds the number of references you have, which presumably indicates that some of these images are not being cited. And that, as you know, is an issue. Not, it's a very serious issue. So please, by all means, remember to cite all of your sources. Colors should be given CMYK and RGB, as well as any Pantone spot colors you're going to be using. All right? And that's what I have. If you have any questions, like I said, you've done a really good job with the branding. I think it's very good. Presentations are lacking a little bit. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to get with me. And also feel free to please keep my contact information for any future needs or anything I can help you with while here at the school. Okay? Thank you very much.